Gonna be a quick one this week. It took longer to make this review than to play the actual game. But don't worry, I'll use that time to work on my next video and totally not goofing off. You are, yeah, and I do. Actually, I have no idea what the brothers' names are. All dialogue is delivered in a fictitious language, which works and doesn't at the same time. More on that later. Through this unsubtitled dialogue and gestures, you learn that some old guy, presumably their dad, gets sick and the two boys need to cart him off to the doctor. Once there, they learn that the only way to cure his illness is to go somewhere with a tree and get something. The two brothers will embark on an epic quest to save their dad. Allegedly. I mean, who knows? Mechanically, the game features a unique control scheme in which you control the two brothers at the same time. The game recommends using a controller because you use one stick for each brother. When concentrating, this creates a unique experience as you try to solve puzzles with the two cooperating. At least for me though, when going from one puzzle to the next I would lose track and one brother walked fine, while another one kept crashing into the terrain like he had one too many at the bar. If I had but one quibble with the interaction, it's that the puzzles felt really weak. It really wasn't that hard to figure out the solutions as long as you positioned your characters in the right place and pressed the appropriate trigger. The game itself felt like a showpiece rather than a challenge. But wow, what a showpiece. The levels are gorgeous and fit nicely with the adventuring theme. The art just oozes style. I particularly like how there are benches scattered about where you can just sit down and take it all in from a different angle. From a story perspective, the choice to use a fictitious language is a double-edged sword. The biggest weakness in my mind is that the lack of understandable dialogue limits the character development of the brothers themselves. We see some aspects of their relationships through actions like the older brother protecting the younger one during some sequences, but at the end of the day I felt disconnected from them, and they seemed really distant. Having said that, one of the advantages of fictitious dialogue is that the game tells a lot of stories visually. A particular instance of this is when the brothers encounter a man who is trying to hang himself. Off to the side you can see the burned out wreckage of a house and a tarp that has feet sticking out subtly, indicating the reason why the man is so distraught. In fact, it took way longer to describe it than to just show it. Now, as I put up the spoiler warning, I also feel I have a bit of a confession to make. When I first heard about this game, all the critics raved about the feels. That automatically made my shields go up because I felt like I was about to experience some emotional manipulation. So my review about the ending may be more cynical than I intend. Spoilers up, you've been warned. So the brothers go through a variety of locations, from forests to caves to a battleground of dead giants, which was really cool, by the way. The boys encounter a monster near the end that they defeat, but the older son is mortally injured. The younger son tries to save him with the tree juice they came for to heal dad, but it's no use, the son dies. Afterward, the boy returns to his dad and saves him with the tree juice. And this is where the lack of a language or developed connections causes an issue. I really didn't feel anything over the loss of the brother. I mean, I felt bad for the younger son, but I really didn't feel the loss because we hadn't spent enough time with them, and neither brother is given the time to develop as a character. That's especially true given that you can see this coming. Death hovers over this world like the Luftwaffe. From the intro, where we learn about the death of the boy's mother, to the giant battlefield, the theme of death is ever present, causing the atmosphere to be quite oppressive. At the end of the day, though, my biggest issue with the story is that there doesn't appear to be an overall point. The younger son experiences some growth, but when everything is said and done, the whole thing seems kinda pointless. Or to quote one Homer Simpson, "It's just a bunch of stuff that happened." So that's it. Yeah, totally. Mechanically, the game is very sound and the vistas are beautiful. But the story is borderline emotionally manipulative and lacking in any point that I can discern. Except death sucks. Hate that guy. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video to the end. If you like more of this, you can click on the subscribe link at the bottom, and as you can see, there are a couple of other videos that you can click on as well. One of them is one of my prior reviews or another content video, and the other one is going to be a playthrough that I'm doing. So feel free to click on either one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks very much.